Hey guys, it's Danielle Vita Plastica, and I'm playing hooky from work. And I've just been crafting all morning, so I thought I would just do a video and talk about stuff. Get a little saucy. I'm home alone. I'm like Ferris Bueller. So anyway, these two, I've been feeling these two so much. They have been just like vibing and like making love all day. It's really nice, and for the first time, I'm like, Aniana should have a baby. So I'm feeling that, but I'm also feeling Dash Krabani. I think that they can both be her mates. She can have as many mates as she wants. She's a goddess, for Pete's sake, right? Plus, they're gonna get close as he's the shaman in her tribe that was destroyed. We'll talk more about his whole situation. But for now, like, he was like the acolyte of the shaman in the tribe. The shaman died or was like reassigned or whatever. We'll go into the story again for people who are just coming in. But anyway, he is the one who will show Aniana that she's a goddess and help her come into her own. So they're going to have to spend a lot of time like in deep meditation all the time. And she's back to her like topless summer look. Spring is... It's chilly, but spring, I think, is very close. So, I don't know. She's just feeling, like, nostalgic for her tribal life. And so, of course, they're going to get a little close. And Dash Krabani's probably going to have some feelings, but he's going to have to deal with that. And she may have a child for him also, just to kind of, like, you know, peace and calm him down. She's a goddess. She can have 100 kids if she wants. So I'm looking forward to what he's becoming. I'll be working on his wig, and I decided, he's so pretty, you guys. I love the way he poses. He just falls so beautifully. And I don't know whatever problems I thought I had when I opened it, but I like completely changed my mind. He was just strung really, there's basically like two, okay, there's two, sets of stringing elastic that go in here, and the S-hook was shaped really strangely, and it just kept falling down. He would completely fall apart. He did this twice as I was just hanging out with him. So I put in a little carabiner, and that seems to be working well, but the strings were super uneven, and one appears to be thinner than the other, and so I may get that fixed for him because he still kind of leans a little bit. But it's much better than in the first video with him when he was like totally buckling to one side. Oh dear. Oh, his clothes just fell off. Sorry, darling. So I'm thinking he's going to have like a loincloth or a, like one of those like tribally diapers, like a yogi diaper or something. And then, like, one half of his body will be all, like, tribal paint in, like, white or a yellowy cream, kind of, like, whatever, like, chalky color, like symbols and stuff, because he's a shaman, and he's going to need some kind of, well, I put this, I don't think I posted any pictures, but there was a mask that Tiffy BJD Crafts had included, in this holster and horns that I ordered, antlers. Yeah, so it's like it's like a leafy crown thing. So it's a mask, so I cut that part off, and now it's just more like a crown thing. And then I wanted to have like an animal mask or something, you know, for his rituals and whatnot. And of course, I'd love to make him his own diorama, but look at just his. Oh, he's just so. I just love him. Oh, he's perfect. Anyway, I was talking about his wig. So we're going to do dreadlocks, but I don't want to do a full head of them because they look a little too modern. Let me just... Come on. So I was thinking just like one side, but I'm like, I have a half head, this half head, Sabine's a half head, Nasiri has a mohawk. So I think I'm just going to give him just like a spot. Just like a, that's hair, and the rest is going to be bald. I thought about flocking, but I don't know how to make flocking natural looking. I guess there's always painting or, yeah, you know, watercolor penciling. I don't know. I love him so much. I just think about him, like, if he's not in the room, I'm just like, what are we going to do with this guy? What are we going to do with my perfect boy? I just really, 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 really love it. Yeah, he's great. And yeah, he's just wonderful. Okay, so what else am I working on? I'm still working on Aniata's summer home set. Oh, and I put her violet eyes, or her like lavender eyes, back in instead of the white spooky ones, because I think spooky ones should come after she, you know, assumes her goddessness. Right now she can just be cool. Oh yeah, and then I asked everybody on like Facebook and Instagram about his eyes, and you guys were all over the place. I mean, except for the blue ones, which I found very soulful, but they are too big. Everybody loved every one of them, basically. So I went with the original green because these are the first eyes I've seen where I'm like, oh, this is why people get nice eyes. Like, they're really nice. There's like really good depth. And I mean, I don't know what kind they are or what they're made of, but I'll probably ask Peekaboo. Yeah, I haven't showered, so I'm like, yesterday's makeup. But I don't have time to shower. I've got to craft. Oh, yeah. I'll show the other crafting. I'll show you the other crafting I did. Oh, he's so pretty. Okay, hold on. Okay, so, you guys may remember that I was sent the Popka dolls. Geez, I forgot her name. From oh no, what's that on here? It's just some stuff from this sandpaper. Yeah, the gift doll, the project doll that had some issues. So what I tried to do is just fill some of the problem areas, the bubbles and stuff, with what's that, epoxy sculpt. And I just lightly sanded it. And then I have to go in with the electric sander Dremel thing and do her, she's got an ear situation here. I just don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm kind of scared. So I've been spending most of that time working on the diorama because I'm like, I got a handle on this one. So I was watching a video that Ann Baccaro put up on her Patreon page, and she was making a diorama inside of a box that was like a paper suitcase thing from like Joann's or whatever. And I was like, ooh, I gotta get one. And then I like ran out to Joann's, and they didn't have any of the suitcase ones, but I found just a good size box. And alright, so then there's this YouTuber, Maremi Smallcrafts, I think. And she does like mixed media journaling type stuff. And I've used some of her techniques before, and they're really cool. So she did like a brick wall, which also Roder Walken BJD also did. Is that the right name? That's terrible. I'm gonna look it up on the computer while I'm doing this. Hi. Oops. So anyway, she did like a brick wall and like a door, like and it would just be like a card or sorry, I'm on the wrong page. A card, or you know, you put on a bag or something like that. And so I decided to use both techniques. Originally, I was going to make this thing into the box, into a suitcase. But I put like brown paper on it that I had like wrinkled up and whatnot, and it just looked like brown paper that I had wrinkled up. So instead, I decided to do the door and the brick wall. So this is the brick wall part. I mean, it's definitely not the best brick wall I've ever made. And I may dry brush it again with some blacks in here and these whiter areas. So that's all along the edges. And then the front is the door. And then I have a crystal doorknob. That'll go there. Oops. like here. And then you open it up, and this is where she will be. I also have some other, let me just go slowly, sorry. So I also got some like scrapbooking things, like little ephemera. And so we'll have lots of things about like travel, like tickets and you know, baggage claim tickets or whatever. Maybe some tiny postcards. Just, you know, old-timey looking stuff. So I'll have that in there, and then in here she will sit, or stand, or you'll see. So I just have to trim up the paper, make sure any little spots that haven't been painted get painted, and then I'm going to seal it, possibly with Mod Podge or maybe the Liquitex Matte Medium, which has been a good friend to me. A good friend to me. So that's that. I'm still supposed to do Dash Garbani's hair face, but he kind of got a back burner since I have to work on this project doll. That's my project for the February challenge thing. And I don't want to mess with her like original sculpting, even though it's not, you know, award-winning. It's still who she is, and I don't want to take that away from her. I just want to pretty her up a little bit, and I'm not gonna. The part I will leave secret is what she's going to be doing or whatever. So anyway, this has been Mod Podged over, no, just Elmer's glued over, and I'm just waiting for that to dry, and then I'll probably do some dry brushing with like some brown in here because it's super wrinkly. This paper came out super wrinkly, but that's okay. I can make it look like it's. I wanted it to look like it's this newspaper that they just put up there. So I just want to emphasize the wrinkles so it looks like, oh yeah, I totally meant for that to happen. Yeah, maybe I should have some like some kind of trim or something in here, kind of bring it together. I don't think I want to do like a chair rail. I was originally going to do some like wainscoting in there, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I may put some, you know, pictures or something in here to kind of distract from the line. You don't even see what I'm doing. You don't even see what I'm just. We'll put something there. I don't know. I guess some of the glue is still on there. So that's okay. So I guess that's all. Oh, the parking lot. Hold on. Okay, so we're here in the Luna Noir diorama that I just did. This is, well, I originally had them like on a dirt ground thing. And, you know, it's not really them. I wanted something a little bit rougher, of course, a little bit more bleak. And I had, like, when I was in the Barbie hobby, really wanted to do a rooftop scene, and I might still do that, but I thought, you know, they have to have their truck and their little caravan thing. So I thought this might be a nice spot, and I could also park the mobile hospital here now and again. But I just wanted to set it up just for fun, without any of the stuff in it. I got this from Darlene and Wendy, who ran the BJD retreat in Orlando. And I think it was like a Joe's Crab Shack, so I peeled off that label and used my Liquitex Matte Medium all over it, and then I went over it with some like brown and black paint. And I also could use some more and some like rusting. That would be a good idea, like rusting along the edges and whatnot. Anyway, so yeah, this is their little set, and I'm very happy with it. Get a closer look. Oh, I ordered some more of this this realistic water stuff for Aniata's diorama. So maybe I'll fill that up so it looks more like water and not just a wet spot. And there's actually like loads of weird broken glass in my backyard, and every time it rains, more gets exposed. So I ran out there to use it for ice cubes, and I was like, hey, I could use it for broken glass. I find lots of terrible treasures in my backyard. I'm not really seeing what I'm showing you. So. And this is some tape that Roderick and Vogel sent to me. We exchanged some goodies. So that's about it. Yeah, so, oh, yeah, I did a thing, and I think I mentioned it on Instagram. I was looking for a body for Soul Doll Cynthia. Hold on. So, I was looking for a body for Soul Doll Cynthia, and I was looking at Dollets. I can't remember who recommended that. But I was looking at the Dollet site, and then I just fell... Well, okay, so the body was like $240, I think. No, $260. But if I got the head, it would be like $340 or something like that. So I was like, oh, that's a deal. I can't pass that up. And that's pretty much exactly what I had left in my PayPal account. So that was a good move. She's really cute, but I don't know where she's going. I was thinking actually of... Alright, hold on. So, I got a Dalit Suhi, and she'll be on her way. I'm really excited about her, but I don't think it'll be her body because I'm so in love with the head that I need for everything to be together. And I just see her as being like... I don't know, just like a fierce little warrior. And I'd probably dye her really dark. And... I don't know if she would be like part of Langor Wood, or maybe she would end up being, well, I don't know if the scale would be right for her to be like a child of Aniata, but she could still hang out with Nasiri. Nasiri's needed a friend for a long time, so I don't know. We'll see. But she's so cute. Oh my god, I can't stand it. She looks so mean. So mean. And anyway, so... How do you solve a problem like Cynthia? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with her yet. But I still like her. She's not who I thought she was going to be, and so she's going to be one of those that's probably always on the chopping block. Poor thing. Because it just didn't work out. I really like her ears. She's got some big ears. Bam. But I don't want to sell her either, so... We'll just hold on to her for like 5 years and see how it goes. Alright guys, I guess I'm just like babbling. Do I like want some company because nobody's here? Alright, oh yeah, and so a while back I had started to make this billboard for the girls. And then it was going to be like this on top of it, you know. But I made this a weird size, and I don't know, my husband had got some weird, they're not weird, like these old, musty smelling art books, because he works in a record store, comic book shop, and so people are always bringing in, you know, used things to sell. So they've got some really beautiful pictures in them, and I thought I could just use one of those. I don't know, when it comes to like print work, I just procrastinate. I don't want to like resize and try again and again until it works right. And I don't know. I need to stop being so lazy with the precise work. Anyway, I'm really pleased with this parking lot. I really am. And it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. But I'm really happy with it. So it's just that insulation foam with some sand flocked on it, and then painted black, and then highlighted with dry brush with white, and then just some spots of watered down brown paint to look like old oil spots, and then of course the greenery and such. Anyway, all right, I guess I'll go and work on the next thing. See ya.